32 missed calls. All from the girl who destroyed me in front of everyone I trusted. But here's the thing about betrayal. Sometimes the best revenge is just walking away and becoming everything they said you'd never be. The setup. It was a Friday night. Our usual spot. Dim lights, cheap drinks, the kind of place where birthdays and breakups become background noise. Akira wore my hoodie, the one she always borrowed. She looked good in it, like she always did when she wanted something from me. I had no idea this would be our last night together. She cleared her throat during a quiet moment. Our friends sat around the table. Kenji, Yuki, Haruto, Natsuki, Riku, and Sora, half drunk and mid-laugh. So, she said too loudly, I guess this is as good a time as any. The room went dead silent. I looked at her calmly, waiting. She turned to me with this smirk. I cheated. The words didn't even sting. They just landed, like something you already knew but pretended not to. And honestly, she added, I needed a real man. Not someone who works tech support and spends weekends fixing a car that still doesn't run. Then came their laughter. My friends, they weren't shocked, because they already knew. Kenji, the one I thought was like a brother, clinked glasses with her. Damn girl, you're savage. But honest. I respect it. Yuki muttered something about how they all saw this coming. Even Haruto, the guy who used to crash on my couch, just gave me that look. The kind that says take the hit and leave. So I did. I didn't yell. Didn't ask for explanations. Didn't throw a drink or storm out like she probably hoped. I just looked at her. Really looked at her. And I saw it. The need for validation, the emptiness behind that smirk, the desperation to seem like she'd won something. Then I smiled. Tossed my keys up, caught them. Cool. That was it. I turned and walked out. They laughed harder after I left. I heard it as the door swung shut. But here's what they didn't hear, the plan forming in my head. I wasn't going to fight for someone who mocked me. I was going to become someone they couldn't ignore and she couldn't reach. The backstory. I met Akira 3 years ago at a coffee shop near campus. She was reading The Bell Jar, wearing black nail polish and a chipped ring on her thumb. I asked about the book. She looked up and said, only depressed people read this in public. Then smiled. That was it. We clicked. Fast. Deep. Late-night drives, stupid inside jokes, falling asleep with her head on my chest like it was the safest place on earth. She used to tell me, you're my peace. I believed her. The good days were incredible. She'd bring me lunch when I worked late. Call me her anchor, the one who kept her from spinning out when life got overwhelming. When I fixed up that rusted 92 Civic in the garage, she'd sit with me. Pass me tools. Play music. We weren't rich. Weren't flashy. But we were solid. Or so I thought. The change was slow. She started going out more. Girls' nights turned into don't wait up texts. She stopped coming to the garage. Started rolling her eyes when I talked about building my own IT consulting business. You're always chasing things that take too long, she said once. I didn't fight her on it. Thought she was just stressed. But the truth? She was already looking for someone faster, louder, flashier. That someone turned out to be Daiki, a bartender with a six-pack and the personality of wet cardboard. The friends shift. Kenji started hanging out with her more than me. Haruto didn't want to take sides. Even Yuki, who once cried on my shoulder over her breakup, ghosted me completely. I didn't just lose a girlfriend that night at the bar. I lost my entire circle. But something clicked into place. Not rage. Not depression. Clarity. They didn't betray me because I was weak. They betrayed me because I was quiet. And they thought that meant I wouldn't respond. They were wrong. The first night, I didn't sleep. I laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, reliving every second. Her smirk. Kenji's laugh. The way they looked at me like I was the punchline of a joke I hadn't heard yet. The next morning, I checked my phone. No apologies. No missed calls. Just one group text. Haruto. Hey man. Hope there's no hard feelings. Let's all try to be mature about this, right? Mature. Like laughing in my face while my girlfriend nuked our relationship in front of people I once called friends. I shut it all down. Deactivated social media. Blocked them. Deleted old photos. Wiped her contact. But not the memory. Then I took one last look in the mirror. Not for pity, for inventory. If they all saw someone disposable, I needed to build someone undeniable. The plan? I started small. Reached out to an old professor who once said I had CEO energy. Took night classes in cybersecurity. Woke up at 5 a.m. every day and ran, even when my body screamed not to. Ate clean. Trained harder. Read more. Most importantly, I worked 12 hours a day. Sometimes more. Consulting. Freelancing. Fixing networks for local businesses. I said yes to everything. While they drank and posted and celebrated betrayal like it was a personality trait, I was building a version of myself they wouldn't recognize. No one knew where I went. Not Kenji. Not Yuki. Not Akira. Especially not Akira. She didn't reach out. Didn't apologize. Too busy posting soft-lit selfies with Daiki and captions like "Love always wins." Cute. Let's see how long love lasts when the money dries up, the thrill fades, and the man you left behind isn't behind you anymore. He's 10 steps ahead. Month 2. No texts. No messages. No trace of my old life. Just calendars, routines, and silence. And I loved every second of it. Work exploded. One freelance gig led to a small contract. That led to a referral. That led to a retainer. Before long, I was making more in a month than I used to make in 6. I registered my own LLC, built a clean website, started getting DMs from businesses that used to ignore my applications. All without posting once. All without telling anyone. Because the most satisfying growth is the kind no one sees until it's done. The physical transformation. I dropped 18 pounds. Cut carbs. Ran 6 days a week. Lifted heavy. Cleaned up my skin. Got a real haircut. Confidence didn't come from compliments. It came from discipline. I started dressing sharper. Not to impress, but because I finally respected myself enough to look like it. One night, I caught my reflection in a store window. I stopped and stared. Would she even recognize me now? Didn't matter. This version of me wouldn't have tolerated her for 5 minutes. The social ripple. I wasn't posting, but others were. I started appearing in tagged photos, client launches, networking events, charity runs. A few of Akira's friends still followed those people. Suddenly, my phone started buzzing again. Yuki. Hey stranger. You look good. Hope you're doing okay. Kenji. Heard you started your own thing. That's wild. Respect. Haruto. Dude. Your name came up in a client meeting. You killing it. I ignored all of them. The version of me they knew didn't exist anymore. They killed him when they left. I just buried him. The first crack. Akira posted less. Then stopped altogether. 2 months clean. Then a blurry Instagram story from a mutual friend's birthday. Her in the background. Alone. Looking older. Not glowing. No Daiki. No caption. Nothing about real men or leveling up. Just a girl sitting in the back of a party that used to be hers. I didn't smile. Didn't feel smug. I just felt done. Not vindicated. Detached. Because when someone rips you apart in public and you rebuild in private, there comes a moment when even their name loses weight. The breakdown. It happened on a Sunday. Gray sky, coffee brewing. I was reviewing a pitch deck when my phone started lighting up. One call, then another, then 32 missed calls in 2 hours. Akira, Kenji, even Yuki. They all came pouring in like smoke from a house, fire no one admitted was burning. First, the texts. Akira, I know I'm the last person you want to hear from, but please, can we talk? Akira, everything fell apart. I just need 5 minutes. Please. Akira, I messed up. You didn't deserve that. I see that now. Then Kenji. Kenji, yo man, I was wrong. Real talk. We all were. Kenji, she told us stuff. Said you weren't treating her right. I didn't know the truth. Right? They never do until they're not invited anymore. Then Yuki. Yuki, I was a coward. You were always the real one. We picked sides, and now she's crying on my couch. Yuki, she says you won't respond. Are you okay? I was fine. She wasn't. The irony? They spent months treating my silence like weakness. Now it was driving them insane. The midnight message. The last message from Akira came at midnight. I thought I wanted someone exciting. Why got with someone fake? Daiki left. He cheated. He's broke. I'm broke. I miss you. God, I miss you. You didn't deserve what I did. I see that now. You were the best thing in my life. Please just respond. Please. I sat with that one for a while. watched the typing bubble come and go. Then I locked my phone, set it face down, and went to sleep. Because by the time they realize what you were worth, you're too busy becoming the version of yourself they never deserved to meet. The morning after, I woke up to another wall of texts. You probably hate me. I understand if you never want to see me again, but please just say something. I miss who we were. I miss who I was with you. That last part hit me. Not the begging, not the regret. Who I was with you. Because that's what hurt the most. She didn't lose me. She lost the version of herself that existed when I believed in her. And she was never getting that back. I typed slowly. No anger. No theatrics. Just clarity. You didn't just choose someone else. You celebrated humiliating me. You made it a show. When I left, I didn't just walk away from the relationship. I walked away from the person who thought I wasn't enough. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I'm just done. Take care of yourself. Then I blocked her number. Final thoughts. I didn't wait for a reply. The best kind of revenge isn't about breaking them. It's about becoming so unshakably whole they can't even picture themselves in your life anymore. While they spin in regret, you sleep peacefully. Because revenge isn't always about fire. Sometimes it's just never looking back. Was this revenge justified? Or is it something more? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Every betrayal has consequences, and every silence hides an ending. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more stories where every shadow tells a tale.